Hi friends, how are you? It's your friend Maniza. I'm back in the house on the What's in the Poet's Toolbox. Today I'd like to discuss Poembrew. What is Poembrew? Simply, it is an app provided on the Apple App Store and a website you can find on your favorite browser where poets can share their poems to their friends or to anyone. Poembrew is made by Shaycom Corp, which has a website where they also sell apps where they give coupons for apps. The app can be accessed by an individual who is 12 years old and up. It is a lightweight app which is 14.7 megabytes. It is in the social networking category and it's provided in English. However, there are some poems in different languages. Another thing you should take into account is that Poembrew has been copyrighted in 2012. So, if you do decide to publish on this platform, please keep a copy of it in your writing app of choice. Now, if you were to download Poembrew or to use the app, what should you expect? Know that there are 5 buttons on the bottom if you use landscape mode. You can also use this app in portrait mode, but because I use my iPad in landscape mode, we shall go with this situation. So what happens is there are 5 tabs. There is Home, Find, Add, Notifications, and Me. So Home, you will get the poet's poems that you follow, and somehow you will also get the poem you publish. On Find, it's another term for searching for a poet. On Add, this is interesting. When you touch the button Add, what happens is another page pops up. This is where you will publish your poem. Now, there are 2 text fields you should be aware of. One is title, where you know what that one means. The second text box is where you will put your poem. Now, note, there are some things you cannot do here on Poembrew. That is not being able to add a hashtag or a photo. So for anyone who is more text-oriented or who only has a way with words but not with photos, this is an app and website and platform for you. After you publish your poem, it will appear on your home feed or on the Find feed, depending on where you are. Now, if you do have trouble, then please go to your Me tab. Now, the next is notifications. So if anyone likes your poem or leaves a comment, it will appear there. However, if anyone follows you, this is the tricky thing. You not only get a notification in your emails, but also on your notification bar, depending on the device you use. However, this will not appear in your notification tab. What you will have to do is go to the Me tab. And what will happen is when you go to the top, there are 2 other tabs. One is called Followers and the other is called Following. So when you go into the Followers tab, like you would on Twitter, that is where you will find who has followed you at the moment. Yes, you will also find your setting, but remember, this app is very minimalistic, so do not be surprised if you can't find ways to make your profile stand out or to do much more. Another thing you will find in the Me tab is a list of your poems. However, you will not find your very first poem you have published. It is the same problem with Twitter, if any of you are having the problem of going back to the very first time you tweeted. Now, who is this platform for? You must be wondering. And also, how did I manage to be on this platform. So first things first, this Poembrew is for anyone who loves writing poetry, who loves writing long form, and who are more like who have a way of words. That is what this platform is meant for. Know that this platform is available worldwide, and because this is from my experience, but your experience may be different, it is a very less competitive space to be upon. So you will never feel like you're competing against others, as long as you are publishing your poetry consistently, like how writers say if you read stories upon Medium. Same strategies apply here on Poembrew. The things you must understand is here, when people read your poems, they look at it from views. If people like your poems, there's like and comment. And believe me when I say like and comment are very powerful. They allow you to see which poet has found your work beautiful, touching to the heart, or made you think. Now you must be wondering how I've been able to make a space for myself here on Poembrew. Well, it all started when I first downloaded the app. I do not remember when. All I know is that it was easy to navigate, so it is voiceover friendly for anyone who uses voiceover. The layout is very simple, so you won't have to worry about touching any unlabeled buttons. However, when you go to the Me tab and you notice a few unlabeled buttons, don't worry. Those are buttons to allow you to go see more poets. Another thing to keep in mind is that for me, I've posted on and off on Poembrew. The only reason I'm doing it consistently now is because I realize it's a space that I love to read. Like, not only do I love reading here on Poembrew, but I just love sharing my work. I love creating, and so this is why I chose this platform. Believe me, it is a safe place, and I have not experienced anything negative from this platform. So if you're a poet who's getting started, who's worried about being criticized, or who's worried about being hurt, then don't worry. Poembrew is the place for you. Now you must be wondering, how can I make it here on Poembrew? Consistency is the golden rule here. If you can do this once a week, once a month, or even once a day, then who knows who you will meet and you will read from in order to learn to create poems. Now, before I log off, let me ask you, do you want to check out Poembrew? And do you think you can publish on Poembrew? Well, the answer is yes, but that isn't the question you are thinking of. You're wondering, is Poembrew worth it? Definitely. Yes, when you get started and continue to be on Poembrew, you may not feel like people are viewing your work or liking it. But just know there are individuals out there in the world where your poems are giving these individuals hope and a means to keep going. So keep that in mind. Now, before I log off, would you like to know what I'm up to? Believe me, Manisa is busy these days. Now, come and find me on Twitter. If you love poetry and want to read poems from poets who are rocking in the world, then please hop over to my Twitter www.twitter.com/@MasterManiza. That's MasterMuniza. If you would like to read more works by yours truly, then please come over to my blog, www.medium.com/@Maniza521. That's MUNIZA521. And don't forget to check out my podcast masterpiece. If you love podcasts and want to listen to some poetry while you are folding laundry or putting away items after a shopping spree, then search Masterpiece wherever you love to listen to podcasts. Masterpiece. MasterPiece. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can receive videos from me, Maniza Master, every Wednesday and sometimes on Saturdays. See you soon, your friend, Maniza Master.
Speech on. Camera chooser. Stop recording. Button.
Oops.